Question everything. Yeah, so I've been off a little bit. I apologize to everyone, based off of me being on vacation right now. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm always trying to talk about, the Aboriginal Negroes' plight and what's going on with the Aboriginal Negroes when it comes to us not having justice, not having a reparations or reparative justice that we're supposed to have in the form of money and land that they actually owe us 110,000%, because that's the course of justice in changing the outcome of what has happened in the sense of what's still happening to our people right now. But like I tell everybody all the time though, that's an individual plight when it comes to our nation as the Aboriginal Negroes and what we're going through and been going through, through the history of the many massacres and genocides and race riots that we have lived through as a bloodline to be here today, to even be on our last string of survival in the sense of trying to keep somewhat sanity of who we are and unity on any low level or high level that we may have it. It's a fight in the sense of trying to keep our nation from falling all the way belly up. And that's just the reality. It's never easy being with your oppressors, even after they pass on the torch of your oppression to their inheritors to maintain what has been done here in America to the Aboriginal Negroes of America. But at the same time, we can't not address the fact of the matter that as we the people and the citizens of America as well as the world, there's a crisis here going on all around the world when it comes to resources and the lack of when it comes to the citizens of the world being able to deal and live under what we call the cost of living, and how it's really crushing all of us based off of how high the cost of living is for all of us. And the only people that is controlling this stuff is the wealthy and the rich. I don't think no one supposed to have $1 trillion. Well, let's say it the right way. $1 trillion in resources solely to their family when there are billions of world citizens on this planet who need those same resources. It's darn right unlawful for one family to have billions in resources while the rest of us are starving and struggling in order to make ends meet under this wealthy control when it comes to the systems of government all around the world. I don't know about you, but I always tell you about how Robin Hood had showed us the blueprint of what the problem is in the world when it comes to the citizens. See, we as people want to say we want to stop violence and gun violence on the streets, but we haven't really talked about stopping the promotion of gun violence and violence on the TV screens from the actors, the entertainers, the rappers, the singers, and all these wealthy people who promotes it to the communities all over on a massive level, so that the numbers game of many people listening on the fallout of how many may take part in doing exactly what they're promoting in their movies, in their cartoons, on their radio stations, in many different ways. And until we hold them accountable for them having all the resources hoarded to themselves and having the power to be able to stop the promotion of violence in our communities by stopping the promotion of the violence on videos, video games, movies, cartoons, and many other different airways, the radio, until we hold them accountable, then we're not going to get no change. This is the reality to Robin Hood. This is the reality to what was being put out in the Sherwood Forest of what we need to be about. Because this is what's going on. Who gives them the right to hoard billions of resources to themselves, while the rest of us in this world struggle and starve under their system of control and inflation and many other trickeries that they have to keep us locked in to working for their system, to keep their system running at the same time while they laughing to the bank, enjoying the best pieces of life, enjoying the best areas of life, enjoying the best foods and waters and lands of life, as me and you looking at each other as neighbors like we are the problem, angry and beefing with one another like we are the problem. No, we are the American citizens. We are the people who has to unite and understand that we are the ones who appoint them as our representatives in these political parties and platforms. We are the ones that give them the opportunity to show their so-called talents and greatness based off of us wanting to hear and watch and even take part in it in order for them to have any type of establishment. And we don't have to pay or fund any of them, because at the end of the day, they're not trying to pay or fund any of us when it comes to our communities and having resources for our community. So when you think about the lack of resources and the problems of the world's citizens, start thinking about how the wealthy are the ones who are orchestrating this. The wealthy are the ones who are controlling this. The wealthy are the ones who are manipulating this. It's them who's causing the problems of our everyday lives, not each other, because we are watching them. And if they're going to be ratchet, if they're going to be low lives, if they're going to be sorry, then guess what's going to be sorry too? You and I. So until we understand resources on earth are for all humans and all people everywhere, living, body, thinking, breathing people, then there's no other reality. Because remember, even a corporation, even a company can be a person. Yeah, these are the games we play. So with that, we got to wake up as the citizens, and we got to bring it to them and let them know there's no more time in this life where we're going to allow you to have trillions of dollars in the form of resources that you hoard to your family and into your bloodlines, allowing the rest of the world to starve as y'all live and eat and be good. It's time for us to stand up, speak out, put boots on the ground, and let it be heard that if we don't redistribute what we call wealth, which is really the resources of the world's citizens, then there's no obligation for the citizens of the world to ever get better, because we won't be able to get better. We'll always beef with one another, always be at one another's neck based off of the lacking of when the wealthy are the ones controlling all of this. So let's get boots on the ground, start pushing that we can't promote violence and breaking the law in music, on the radios, in video games, movie screens, or anywhere else. We can't allow these actors, entertainers, and celebrities of any of those that's behind the scenes paying them and funding them through contracts, that we can no longer allow y'all to promote this type of stuff to the everyday people, because it's causing chaos in all our communities. And with that, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. For that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.